What?
Just that sigh just gives me
There's a lot of energy behind that sigh.
such confidence.
My first crush was male crush was in this game. So
What was mine? I think mine was in Jack and Daxter. It was one of your companions. Not companions. It was one of my video game crushes.
One of the ferrets.
One of the what?
One of the little ferrets.
No. It was one of the like weird elf looking girls.
I know I have a tank top somewhere that has the Kirkwall emblem on it.
It's a good tank top.
It's
a good emblem.
It was like the official Kirkwall one, not like the one that you see in like the keep.
Yes.
Like that one. Yeah.
A few moments later.
But this is Dragon Age 2, Mercy. Dragon Age is an anthology series.
The era shock.
Yes, this is a medieval fantasy with magic universe with a lot of race politics, racial identity issues between different species. So the first story is about how you come from your specific background to save the world from monsters, specifically called Darkspawn. They're monsters of myth. Mm-hmm. And in this story, you play a refugee that's escaping from the first game.
Yes, that's how it ties
to go to a different country. So basically, your story is now your survival as a refugee. You don't get to pick as many different species options, but you get to pick whether or not you're a magic user, a warrior type, or like a stealthy rogue type. Mm-hmm. Magic in these games always has a story connotation, meaning that if you choose to have magic as your class, you are potentially persecuted during the storyline if anybody finds out, and are potentially imprisoned if anybody finds out. In the first game, it wasn't an issue because you got to join an elite warrior group, so you guys were above that crap.
Yeah, so
in this game, though, it's a problem for you if you're a mage.
You essentially had immunity as a mage in the first game, whereas this one, you're either hunted or imprisoned.
Yes. Which means that has to be kept on the down low. And in this trailer, this character that you play as is specifically a mage, and you can see why they're so destructive, because you can just do stuff like that.
Which is also kind of funny, because real talk, he's using magic everywhere, and I'm like, wow, this is not subtle.
No,
but like
in this version, it's not subtle.
But like nobody's noticing that he's just fires coming out of his hands, or he's shooting thunder or whatever. Like.
So this is in this game you can only play as human compared to the other ones, where you can play as human, dwarf, or elf.
Which cost a lot of people a lot of
because it feels like it was a step back. You don't have as much diversity and options. So for the new game, we'll start up.
Chris, have you had a cartoon crush?
I don't think so.
How about a video game crush?
I don't think so.
Chris is still kind of figuring that stuff out for himself.
I was just curious.
I know. Okay, so big thing to choose is what do we want to be, male or female Hawk, which is the main character's last name. That's what everyone will call them. And if we want to be a warrior, rogue, or a mage. I'm partial to rogue or mage specifically.
This is a totally 100% me decision?
I figured we could make this a collaborative
I was going to
decision.
say, I'm like, you're staring right at me. I'm like, ignoring Franz over here.
No, Franz is going to be here and help make decisions.
I'm always partial to mage.
Okay.
I was thinking mage
because
too.
Because of the story.
Well, I just explained it. It's the one that has the most interesting story connotation.
But it is also cool that if you did play as a mage in the first game, if you're a mage in this one, you're related to the first person.
If you play as a human mage in the first one,
you're related.
This is your cousin.
This is your cousin, yeah.
Yeah, that's your cousin.
Through the mother, their cousin.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about Chris? Chris, do you want to be a mage or a warrior or what was the other one?
Or stealthy, stabby rogue.
So rogue is kind of like quick, stabby.
Yeah.
Mage.
Or do you want us to be a boy or a girl?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Wow, Chris.
In this game, they
man.
made the decision that any romances are all player sexual. So no matter what gender, here it's binary, but whatever you choose, you have all options open to you.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Except Aveline.
Oh, except Aveline and Sebastian.
Which is F.
I mean, why do you want to get with the crab anyway?
You're right. Yeah, Sebastian the crab.
I keep forgetting. Am I allowed to swear?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
There are young ones.
Can I have some Pepsi?
Yes, go right ahead. So what do you guys, Franz, what are you feeling? For my own canon world state, I like female Hawk's voice actress a lot.
I will say I've actually never played as a female.
Okay.
So this might be a first.
The biggest thing I'll say as someone who's played both that changes is that certain characters will obviously refer to you as male or female.
Yeah.
And certain characters will probably hit on you more as a female that I've noticed.
Go. Gammy's ready to play too.
I will say that my crush is still eligible in this.
Either way, yeah.
So
Mine too.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, who's your usual go-to?
I usually go with Isabella.
I've never seen an Isabella once actually.
So, Mercy, do you have a preference at all?
You know me with the tortured souls.
Girl.
Girl. All right, there you go. Girl power.
Who's
So,
around the world?
girl mage.
Yes.
Yes. Me with the tortured souls, I always go for the tortured
You
souls.
go
Yeah,
for the
that's okay.
No, seriously, I go for
Every
I
game
go
has
for-
one romance where if you choose it, you're gonna like, well, you chose to have the hard option.
Well,
You're gonna have a very conflicting romance.
I mean, I chose a former slave one time, and then an anarchist who's possessed by the spirit.
That's my second option is the former
Let's
slave.
talk about your desire to fix people, Fran. Let's look at your occupation now.
no
Oh, so-
psychoanalysis. I also have a counseling degree. Remember? It's like again. I know that I'm slight type wanting to save people. I got it.
Oh, so
Tell
this.
me about your mother.
Oh God, what were we gonna for it?
Okay.
I said that would be awkward considering I'm.
I am Cassandra.
So I don't think that applies in this case.
Well, according to Ford, everything stems from your mom. I'm sorry, we're missing stuff.
No. Right now, all that's happening is she works for the church, and she brought him in to tell basically, hey, what happened?
He's one of your team.
Yes, he's being interrogated to discover what happened during your time in the city. So this is a frame narrative. The story's already over,
This
and
is like
she's asking him what happened.
we're going in
turn down for a
flashbacks.
little like stuff.
That's fine.
Not turn it off. Turn it down.
Everything. Start at the beginning.
Which is funny because after this, that goes into the events of 3 when you start the third one. This
Yes,
is, I think,
so
like
this
a year
is
later
an immediate segue to like what happened because it affects the sequel.
because they're trying to find him because they think that he can help.
Yes.
And
So
then-
we can customize what our character looks like, but not just
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, this is like an initial cutscene.
It's scary looking.
Yeah, those are the monsters you fight in the first
those are
game.
the dark spawn. That's your brother.
That's your brother.
Not the kindest person.
Yeah, so we'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Your brother's not the coolest guy around.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
Oh no.
I think he's a jerk.
I think he is too. He's got a big chip on his shoulder.
I've had a few people say like, "Oh no, he's misunderstood." I'm like, "No, he's a jerk."
So for the purposes of just kind of speeding through this, I am on the combat. I'm just gonna go and do spells and go pachoo spells, and then pachow, 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 pachow,
What do you think, Chris?
pachoo, and then a giant fireball, pachoo.
Chris, have you ever played the first one?
No, Chris hasn't touched any of this.
No. Okay.
Ice spell, dead.
Yeah, the spawn.
I did it. I'm the winner. I'm winning.
We can't keep this up forever.
So the thing they changed in
Look
this
at all the
game.
blood on him.
Yeah, they added. I think I could turn that down probably, honestly.
Oh yeah.
I think that there's an option to turn down gore.
I never knew.
So I probably will.
Turn off the blood.
I will, when I get to the options.
Thank you, 'cause I don't like him.
So this game has a personality system where depending on what you choose more often, your character will auto do that more often.
Cool.
You can be nice and diplomatic, funny and charming, aggressive and really angry
Okay.
all the time.
Yeah.
So right now he
Funny
just
and
asks us,
charming.
we can't do this forever.
Chris is funny and charming.
Let's do funny and charming.
Perhaps we'll be lucky, and they'll run out.
Funny
of
and
dogs.
sarcastic.
Yeah, funny, sarcastic, charming.
But it's like depending on which one you choose, there's like you can build like a friendship relationship or more of like a rivalry.
Yes, some characters like it when you're charming. Some people think it's really annoying.
Yeah, you kind of have to cater to who you're speaking to.
Yes, or you can let them think you're annoying, and that has its own bonuses. I'm gonna turn down gore, if it will let me.
I didn't even know you could do this.
I think it's an option. I'm pretty sure.
I've played this for
Gameplay,
years and I had no idea.
difficulty, enable persistent gore. Now it's off.
Determines whether.
A character is covered in blood and gore that remains in place until the next change of armor and clothing. Blood effects during combat remain enabled either way. So in combat, some stuff stays on, but for the most part, persistent gore is now off. So if I check.
So ideally, when they're talking to someone, they'll be
Yeah, that way it doesn't look weird when they're talking.
Yeah. I wish I knew that. Because like sometimes you'll just be in a scene where they're just covered in blood. They're just talking.
In the
about it.
first game, you had the option of your dog to clean it off for you.
Oh, that's a
Dog?
thing. Oh,
Yeah, you have a dog in the
you
first game.
have a warhound.
In this game, you do too. It's via DLC, and I do have it.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had it. I didn't play the DLC.
Yes.
And you can. There you go. Go away.
Excuse me.
So the reason you're getting hit a lot is because you're a mage.
Well, I don't have a lot of physical abilities. I have all magic, so it's my job to
So
kind
is
of
it
stay
just
away.
black on you now? What is it?
It's nothing on me now.
The only
Why
thing
there
is-
black on your nose.
Oh, that's
Oh,
just,
that's paint.
That's just like
That's
just
war
paint.
paint.
It's not blood.
You can take that off when you actually make your character. So I'm gonna make it so you hold still. There you go.
Yeah, as a mage, you really have to fight from a distance because you
Yeah.
have a lot of like physical.
Fighting up close is no good.
Yeah, so
Ah.
usually
Kinda
when I
reminds
play
me
this
of
game, I'll have a lot of people who are like
Tony
warriors or
again.
rogues who can do the
It
fight,
can a little bit.
and I can cast from
Yeah,
a
because
distance.
it's like when I'm
Yeah.
like when I play as Genus,
Because
they're
once
all
they're
they do
fighting
is
up
stand,
close, it's like-
stand
Let me see if I
back
can do the
and
special. Hold on.
match
You're vulnerable.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if I can do the special. Ah, I can't. If you do Crushing Prison
Yeah.
on an ogre and it's about to die, the thing from the cutscene shows up with 2 hands show up and rip it off.
Never done one.
It's very hard to do because you have to get it right when it's about to die.
Play with Elsa and your barking chair.
Rocking chair.
Where else?
Hey, it's a Dragon Age. It's Dragon. Roll credits.
Hey, Dragon Age.
Dragon weak way.
Wink, wink.
Bullshit. That's not what really happened.
Does that not match the story you've heard, Seeker?
I'm not interested in stories.
So she's calling bull. That didn't. There's no way they were like it's 100-1, and then they killed them all. That didn't happen.
To me, you knew her even before she became the champion.
Even if I did, I don't know where she is now.
Do you have any idea what's at stake here?
Steak.
Let me guess. Your precious chantries fall into pieces and put the entire world on the brink of war.
Chantry is like the
Major
church.
Christian church of the world.
Yeah, so they're major religion.
Together.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yes. They even have a Jesus figure called Andraste. It's a woman. And they even have a pope. It's a woman. It can only ever be a woman in this world.
Yeah, she's called the divine.
Cool.
Not at all.
So if we picked a different character, your sister would have shown up instead. If you picked a rogue or a warrior, your mage sister would have shown up in that cutscene instead. And it's a little known detail that Varric exaggerates some parts of the story. So apparently he's made her look like a little prettier up than usual to like basically let you know he's exaggerating the story a bit more. And this is we can actually change it now.
And what's cool is depending on how you change them, for example, like skin tone, hair color, whatever, your family members will look
change
more
as
similar
well.
to you.
Cool.
Yeah. So for example, like if they're like darker skin,
They'll get
family
darker
members will also
skin.
be, like, darker
Yes.
So you can be a normal stuff with the weird.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have a preference or you just want me to have at it.
No.
I watched the first
I
season.
refuse
There
to.
you
I'm
go.
sorry.
Prudence Hawk.
That addition is perfection. You can't be.
Then-
I watched the first season.
So here are some of the default histories. If you want, they have some prepared for you. This is hey, your hero in the first game was a regular human guy. He survived the ending of the game, and he put his friend, your companion, on the throne to be king alone. This one is your character was an elf who did certain actions that are flagged in the game for you, and they die, saving the day. You can die in the game, in the first game if you don't make it, but the story carries on. And she left your friend character and the already existing queen to get married together. This one is you play as a dwarf, and he also survived, I think. Yes, and was kind of ruthless and really
oh my
mean.
God.
Yeah,
He exiled Alistar and killed Logain?
and killed Logain, and the queen was left alone to rule.
I mean, I'm okay with Anora's queen, but the other one's... Oh.
Leaving Alistair as a drunk is really mean.
No, that's
because that's how he shows up in this game.
So yeah, I know. That's why I could never do that. I'm like, either I save him, or he's king, but he
So-
cannot be a drunk.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna import mine.
Okay.
What was yours?
You should pick the one where you hand me my hot chocolate.
I will.
Me.
It's happening right now, live. So I named the character from the first game I played as an elven mage,
Okay.
double minority.
Were
What's his
you?
name?
Were you?
Oh, that's a different file I made.
Were you a Dalish mage?
No, you can't decide whether or not you're Dalish mage. You can only decide if you're just an elf and a mage together, and then you can kind of headcanon that where you're from.
So is the elven mage still in the circle? or
Yes,
no?
absolutely.
Okay.
He does everything the same thing the human mage does.
Okay.
So there's no real change.
Okay, yeah, I never played as an elven mage.
Yeah. So we're gonna play the autosave here from this point.
Oh, when you killed the mother.
When I did the DLC. Yes.
Yes, I did enjoy
So that's
the DLC.
here. And I poured it over. So my save is I made my friend and the existing queen rule together.
Oh, they ruled jointly.
Yep,
That's
and the
interesting.
guy that you could kill, Logain, became my companion because I finessed it where I got everyone alive. And I made a bunch of other miscellaneous choices that will show
Wait,
up in the
Logain
game.
could become part of your team?
Look, you can, if you harden Alistair, who's your friend companion in the first game,
No,
and you
can't
make
do
him
that.
like, give him a little bit of tough love in the beginning, you make him king, marry the queen, he will go on to marry the queen, and you can trade Logain in because he doesn't want to hang out with Logain.
That
Oh,
never
man.
done that. Wow, I didn't know that.
It's one of my favorite things to do because you get to know Logain, and Alistair still gets to live.
Wow. See, I either killed him or sent him to the wardens. I never had him as a companion.
Yes.
That is interesting.
It is.
So,
All right, so I'll just I'll hit start game. For
Chris,
now.
you missed all the
The
fun
planning.
story building.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care. I'm gonna put it on casual.
I mean, it's all about the story.
It's all about the story.
Who
Yeah,
cares
I just
about
want to
the
get through this. I also have a bunch of DLC items that make the game super easy, regardless.
But I also want to see the DLC because I don't play the DLC.
Oh, we're gonna do that
And
regardless too.
also plus casual play.
It's
You
true.
Play
It's
on-
the only mode we are allowed to play on.
The blight.
If it exists.
Even though in just Apes and Beats we only played casual.
Darkspawn
games.
poured out of the wild.
It's the backstory of Dragon Age Origins in a lot more colorful fashion.
The battle was a disaster.
It's basically narrating, the first game.
Kalen died on the field with his men.
The existing king died.
The general.
And this general was the father of the queen.
Yes.
He
Unopposed,
basically made himself
the
regent.
horde
Yes.
marched.
He's like, I'm in charge now.
Careful, Chris.
Even though it makes no sense because he has no claim
The
to it.
village burned.
But because he was a war hero, people were just like, okay.
That makes sense. You take over.
The
Are
champion.
they making a fourth one of this?
Yes.
Yes, it's coming out.
I'm very excited.
Yes.
What?
But there's a fourth installment of this game coming out.
And that goes your
Excited
siblings.
or upset?
I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
Okay. I
That's
thought
your
I
mom.
heard you say you're
I hated the third game, but I'm excited for the fourth.
Yeah, I have gripes with the third game, but you know what? I'm willing to put my...
Like Kingdom Hearts 3, you did not like that.
No. Kingdom Hearts 3 I think is worse than Dragon Age Inquisition.
Really?
Well-
I would actually disagree.
You know what?
Dude,
You know, it
Gabe
might...
is really
Hold on.
anti-KH3.
disagree.
That might... You know what? Now that I said it out loud, that might be... You're right. Maybe that's too harsh.
I feel like at least with Kingdom Hearts 3 there was some resolution.
We've lost him.
With Dragon Age, I just didn't understand.
You didn't play Trespasser, right?
I didn't, but I watched it, so I know.
Okay,
You have to
it's
pick
that's
a
why.
thing.
Yes. We still want to be charming and funny, guys?
Sure.
It's the best way to play the game because it's the funniest way to play the game.
I've either played as one or like the top. Or
Yeah,
bottom.
top two for
I've
me
never-
too.
I've
I
never-
can't be mean in this game.
Yeah, I can't really do mean.
At least we're alive. That's no small feat.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes they go, Hawk, can you really not joke at a time like this? Someone just died.
Why are you looking at me?
The female voice actor
I've been
kinda
running
sounds
since
like Duncan
Ostergard.
also,
Yeah, they're similar.
kind of.
Funny.
Not to interrupt, but the Blight's not going to wait while we stand here pointing fingers.
Please. Listen to your sister.
Then let's go. Lead on.
So, because we're a mage, we were at home when the monsters came, and if we had been a warrior or a rogue, we would have been running with our brother from the war.
From the battle that ended terribly.
Yes.
Yes.
And we have, let's see, where is it? It's sustained doggo. There you go. That's our dog. Right now it's just called dog, but we get to name it later.
I didn't know that. Is this as a mage you can have the dog?
Any class. If you have the DLC for the dog is just a summonable character.
The things I learned.
Yes.
How much you're learning playing with us. You can turn off gore.
And I've played this like 4 times. Like what the heck?
Oh,
You can have a doggo friend.
I remember I bought this game at a Walmart and I pre-ordered it, and I got my pre-order, and then I realized it wasn't the special edition, so I had to go back and go, I'm sorry, I ordered the special edition, this isn't it. And they were like, okay. They were like, it looks the same to us. Freeman staff. France, did you know that if no matter what happens at any time, there's health potions, lyrium potions, stamina potions, your game will always give you at least 9 of them. If you have lower than 9, it will give you'll just start dropping them randomly on enemies.
Did not know that either.
See,
These are the same.
the
I
more
think.
you know,
The more and
There you
more.
go. Let's get a cold staff, and let's level up.
Chris. It's 6:30. Do you know what your children Those are old.
Does he even get that reference?
I forgot to ask you something.
This me.
Is it even 6:30?
Me
No,
or
it's
her?
not. It's not 6:30.
I'm gonna decide to get the
No,
healing
it's
spell.
not you. It's not 6:30.
Wait. What do you? Who do you have to ask? Me
Yeah,
or
we're
Chris?
gonna ask something.
Who's you?
Who's you?
You.
Oh,
Oh, you.
Mom.
Okay.
I leveled up and got the healing spell.
Hey,
Because
do you remember that?
what?
The
Remember,
it's
it's like-
10 p.m.
Oh yeah,
You
do
know
you know
where
where
your
your children
children
are? Yes. I'm right here.
Yeah,
I would say
I used to
not
be watching it on the TV. I'm like, I'm right here.
Yeah.
Away from the darkspawn. Where
I think I
else?
said the time I
And
wanted-
then where?
Like when
We
that came
can't
out,
just
and I was like, with her,
wander
I was like,
aimlessly.
She's like, depending on my mood, I don't care. This is like that's
Aimlessly away from the horde.
to make another answer.
We have a chance, by the way, if anyone's unhappy with the way our character looks, there's a DLC item that lets us change it for free.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yep.
Templars.
I might have to name the part 1. I didn't
It's
know
all
that.
the DLCs.
Yeah, where did you come
Under here.
What'd you? Oh, you have to ask me for that, don't you?
Oh, did you start recording already?
Oh, we've been recording.
It's been recorded. Oh wow.
I'll just be happy to get out.
Nah, I can cut that stuff out. But
It's free flowing.
none of it's dumb.
I didn't even know you started.
Oh,
so
I'm wondering.
The second he started explaining Dragon Age to me, that's what I knew.
Oh, okay. So I have some color commentary.
At least you talk. At least you know now.
I do.
It's better to know than not know.
Wait, then that.
So that guy on his chest has a symbol of the church.
I'm sorry.
Specifically of the church soldiers. His job is to catch and keep mages in prison. And we're a mage. And our sister is too.
So they're known as Templars.
Time to go to
so
prison.
So they're mage hunters,
They
basically.
Yes.
will not.
And then that's his wife, Adeline.
Not while
Abilene, yeah, is his wife. We don't know this yet, but we're meeting them. Get you, go dog! Oh, we get to name the dog, by the way.
Does the dog also attack? Yes, it does.
Yeah, look at him go.
Oh, so it's like the war hunt from the first game.
Yes, except you don't have to worry about leveling it up ever. It'll just,
It just does it for you.
it just does stuff.
Got it.
And I think it attracts aggro too.
stop.
I'm gonna throw in the name Sir Barky.
You'll make
You
it
can do that. The first game, the default name that I think it can be called is Barkspawn.
Barks what?
Because the enemies are called Darkspawn, so it's
Bark
Barkspawn.
Darkspawn and now a Templar. I thought they all.
I think I named it Benji for fun, I don't know.
The Spawn are clear in their intent, but a mage is always unknown.
Yeah, because remember that worked before?
The Order dictates.
Remember when you restarted your phone?
Wesley.
It worked?
The Order dictates.
So this man, literally, the apocalypse is happening, he's like, I should still arrest you.
The Maker understands.
The Maker is God.
Of course.
I am Aveline Valem. This is my husband, Sir Wesley.
In this game,
We
there's
can
a lot
hate
of
each other when we're safe
escalated
from the
tension
Horde.
Yes.
between mages and Templars.
Yes.
So why are the mages being hunted again?
Because it's like the X-Men problem. They're born with magic that immediately attracts demons to them, even if they don't do anything. So it's like they have all this power, and if they're not trained properly, it can lead to consequences. But then it's like, oh, Templars in the church decide that they have to be imprisoned as soon as we find out from a young age, cut off from their family, and every kind of mage place that holds them has varying standards of like how to treat them, and there's a lot of prejudice and abuse in the authority they hold over them is the problem.
Real talk, I do kind of compare it to like being gay in the Bible.
Yeah.
Scripture dictates
Yeah.
that they're sinners and that they have to be controlled and that magic is a sin.
A lot of people have made the allegory that it's a lot like police violence against minorities, honestly, where it's just like we make the assumption. But in this case, there is some tangible threat because they have magic that can become volatile. But
That's true because they do attract demons because they can go into a place called the Fade where it's kind of like I guess like
Dream
a dream
world.
world. And that's where the demons can prey on
Alright,
them
let me just
if they're,
do it on
if they're
my
mages.
yeah,
So there is some tangible like, oh, that
Since this is
they
not
could
working
harm
for the
people.
video.
yeah.
But at the same time, the argument is like, yeah, but we didn't choose to be mages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
you'll see a lot of that in this game.
Yeah, especially like this is one of the the city states that they're really harsh.
It's the
on
worst
mages.
prison for mages that ever
Yeah.
exists. They call it specifically a prison.
Like because that used to be was the gallows. Yeah,
It used to be an actual
it used to be
prison.
an actual prison. Yeah. So their conditions are prison-like.
Yeah.
A strange
As
time to
opposed
be
to the
hunting
first game, you could argue
apostates.
that their conditions were
Little
pretty
left with the
decent.
Chantry priests.
I was traveling to Denerim on business for the Order, but I had to turn south when I heard of Ostagar.
Denerim is the capital.
Bad luck and judgment brought us together here before the attack.
The nice Templar has been convinced to postpone his hunt for illegal mages. So let's not dwell upon it, shall we?
Wise girl.
You're quick to offer your allegiance.
Another blade between us and the Darkspawn? Yes, please.
So long as the Horde is their first concern.
My duty is clear, but that is for another day, if we are granted that opportunity.
We will be fine. We all will.
For a while, it looked like we were the only ones to escape the Darkspawn.
We aren't free of them yet. You didn't see Ostagar. This is just the start.
You were there. Yes, I see it now.
So Aveline is also a soldier. She was in the army.
We made a decision without consulting us.
Oh, this is all investigations. This is all get more clarity from the situation
Yes,
before.
sometimes they're just questions so you can get some more background info.
Yeah.
This arm of the Horde will not have
Okay,
the
give me a
same
second.
advantage.
So we're gonna stay funny.
We follow the
Wait.
So basically, hey, is he okay? He got hurt. Is he gonna be good to keep going? And I was like, oh, he's pretty nice for someone that let me and put me down.
How bad is that wound?
I think my sword arm's a loss, even with healing.
Then you will have mine, as always.
And now we have 4 characters in our party, because Avelin's gonna fight.
Cut off. We barely escaped the main body of the horde.
Yes, Abby.
Then we're trapped. The wilds are to the south. That's no way out.
There's a trap.
If the options are south or die, I'll take my chances with south.
You're being very well behaved.
You're a good girl. Let's go, Mom.
Chris wants me to buy him this stuff.
What's up?
The Robux.
It doesn't speak now.
I think the thing he wants is like.
Oh, it's running out. Oh, so by the way, you just saw that. Where is it? So this is my sister, and on the meter it says she's my friend.
Yeah, but she could be your rival.
She could. And you, this is my brother.
Why
He
is
don't
your
like
rival?
me. He don't like me.
Basically, Bethany's nice and Carver's a jerk.
Yeah, and you can.
But why doesn't he like his own sister?
That's complicated.
She wants her Cookie Monster.
Inferiority complex.
Yeah.
To speak counseling.
Just
like
speak
inferiority
counseling.
She wants her Cookie Monster.
Yeah, Cookie Monster.
The brother sort of always feels like he's in the shadow of their older sibling.
Yes, because your dad was a magic user, but he passed away. But he took special care to make sure that if you're a magic user and your sister was, you guys need to be taught, otherwise you'll get caught by the system in place and I'll lose you because you get ripped away from your families. So the dad had to be forced to spend extra time with them that he couldn't spend equally with all 3 children. So obviously in this case, he's the only non-magic character. So he unfortunately got the downside of not being able to spend a lot of time with his parents or feel like he had a lot of special attention.
But on the flip side, if you're not a non-magic user, just being the oldest child, you were the one who was kind of seen as like...
Yes, you were the first child regardless.
Yeah, so like, regardless, that brother always feels that inferiority to their older sibling. Yes.
So yeah, that's inferiority. And the birth order thing.
Oh yeah.
All that. Adlerinian.
I still remember my counseling.
Coming. Give me home.
Yes, I can. Hey friends, you take over.
Yeah, we're friends. Be behind the wheel.
This is the longest time since I've used an Xbox controller. Okay.
Come here, brother.
It's okay.
Okay.
Just mash buttons.
Kill friends. Kill for your country.
I have to get my
And kill
wallet.
shit. Okay.
I got my wheel.
Oh, hey.
Oh, did I just switch to somebody?
I think you hit X and you hit the heal button for somebody. So if you press B, you go back. So if you hit A, you'll do the attack.
A is attacking.
There you go. I realized I just threw you into the deep end and go swim, friends.
Yeah, I was like, at least tell me the buttons. Because again, I use PlayStation. Die, Darkspawn, die.
Die more, please.
And I'm also like waiting to punch the brain early on. Good job.
There we go.
Is there any loot here?
Yes.
Is that A also? Yes, it is. No, that's it. I don't see anything else.
Hi, baby.
Leandra, what are you doing by yourself?
Yeah. I think she disappears during combat.
Yeah, she does, but I'm just like, sometimes I'll see her standing, I'm like, Leandra, get your issue
But you, Emmy. But you. I think someone behind you. There we go.
Oh my gosh, get my loot.
No. Aha, good throw at me.
Oh, no, there's no one.
How about you?
Emmy, why? Why have you done this?
Can I grab my loot now? Yes, I can. Let's go.
What'd you do with it?
Amulet.
I know, baby. Yes, my love.
Oh no, more Darkspawn.
And one used magic.
Oh yeah, the emissaries. I hate the emissaries.
They're not fun.
I'm like, no, you got first, so...
Yeah, it has to die first. Okay, you wanna play your pen? Go in your playpen. Destroy them all.
There's like a big group behind you.
There you Doesn't matter.
I'm trying to remember if there's other stuff around here.
Yeah, right there. So unfortunately, there's a chest that you can only open if
Yeah,
you're a
you have to
rogue.
be a rogue. Yeah.
Yep.
I never remember what's in there. I don't think it was anything useful.
I think it's. Oh, I think you missed something.
No, it was the chest.
No, the other to the right. That book, I think.
Where?
To the left. More left.
Oh, the cook card.
Yeah, you took it twice.
I'm coming.
You can just fly past that.
You know what the cook card odds are. It's fine.
Yes.
Mother, come here.
No, I don't have the block friends.
I will block friends.
What?
I will block friends.
Yeah,
instead.
that way he hates you.
Big fight scene.
Yeah. Can you level up during a fight? And there goes Bethany.
No, Bethany, no.
She died.
The sister dies.
Oh, I knew it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was actually good at that.
So here's the funny thing about that. If you're a rogue or a warrior, your brother dies.
Oh, really?
Because the game has to balance you having classes you don't have. So if you have someone that's an extra, that person goes.
I knew it was, I don't know why I was just like, she died.
Yeah, you called it. You somehow called it.
You are correct. It is
Well, you
not.
guys were talking about how much you hated the brother, so.
Well, no, because the sister has her own backstory and actual story progress, and she's the one that lives.
Yeah, she lives. Like I love her.
She's just
story
really
more.
nice. That's it.
I love her story more.
Yeah, Chris.
If you're loyal, will your brother still hate you?
Yes.
Your brother hates you regardless of
Yes.
the class.
You just never get to really find out why if he doesn't get to live.
I'm gonna make myself some salsa.
All right.
Wake up.
What can you do with her?
What should I do?
Battle's over. We're fine.
I'm sorry, mistress.
So, Franz, it's a perfect time to joke right now, right?
At least there's still one of us.
I don't think that's appropriate at this time.
Are you sure?
You actually joke on this one?
No, I don't actually.
Oh my god, no, I can't joke when I
Bethany
don't.
risked her life to save
I
us.
love real talk. If it was Carver, I might do it.
Oh, Carver.
If Carver died, I might joke.
Oh, Carver.
Oh, I know. It's
Oh,
so
let me
sad.
poor me sad.
So sad, no.
Here, I'm gonna give you stars while I make my.
That's a smart idea, mommy.
Allow me to commend
That being said, friends, I'm sure you have experience with this too, but like, I like Bethany more, but the story with your brother being a jerk the whole time is a lot more interesting. Like from a drama perspective.
I was gonna say, does his story at least play out better?
Well, either way can still play out in a variety of ways depending on how you treat them or what you do with them during the story. But like, Bethany's is just like, she's your sister and she's always nice to you. That's the story.
As opposed to with Carver, there are possible.
He's like, I hate you, let's do the other thing. It's just like, Carver, shut up. You're such a contrarian.
So depending on your choices, it could be like he's always gonna hate you. There's a chance for reconciliation.
Yes,
at
especially
some
with
point.
the DLC, you get more of a chance to reconcile with him. That's the best we can give.
More valuable to her than our prayers.
I think.
Let's go.
We're nice because it's Bethany. After that, we can go back to joking.
I think when friends and Daddy do their games, they want to they're gonna call it boys.
We're
night.
too late.
That's your playlist now. Boys.
Boys
night.
night.
Boys night.
Here we go.
Oh, you want to level up?
Yeah.
Start?
Oh, there we
Oh, you
go.
can. There you go.
Oh, wait.
Hey.
Hey.
So attributes. I always just do the attributes that are important to them. So like magic. I think is cunning help mages.
Critical damage. Let's see.
Oh, critical damage is kind of important.
Okay.
And defense for all classes.
Okay, so maybe we'll do 1 and then 2 magic.
I say willpower.
I'm gonna do 1 power.
Yeah, just so our mana pool stays up. Not again. We're on easy, so it's not gonna be that big a deal.
That's also true.
I think we need an attack.
Maybe some fire or ice?
Fire and ice is pretty good.
Oh my god, I keep hitting B.
Even the B. Oh, no. Okay, no, wait, no. Now hit B again.
Wait, bigger.
Yeah. Now go down. Now A. There you go.
This is why I cannot use it. There we go. Ice or fire?
I say fire for the AoE.
Okay, we'll say fireball.
Confirm.
Okay,
And then he's
Carver,
still alive, I guess.
2. Carver, I don't give a shit about him.
He's a warrior, so Constitution, Willpower, Strength, I guess.
Let's maybe 1 of each.
There you go.
What should we do?
He's got two-handed, so
Is he two-handed?
I always make him two-handed, but
Okay.
I think he starts two-handed.
So maybe Giant's Breach is on.
Sure.
Okay, sure.
More passives. And then Aveline, Sword and Shield, she comes with, so I don't usually stray too far from what they normally do.
So maybe like a strength.
A Will Con, or...
Maybe the same thing as Carver.
Yeah, same thing as Carver for now. Well, maybe we'll pump Cunning later.
And then what's this?
Shoot, that is...
Oh god.
Shield bash. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Shield bash it is.
Alright.
And we're done.
Back to killing.
Now we have a
things.
fireball.
Yay, we can actually do something.
But you!
Oh,
There's no
There we go, it's done. And then the dragon shows up anyways.
the dragon actually came.
The dragon was part of the real story.
The dragon.
It's funny, Varric was telling the truth in the story.
The dragon exists.
He just cut to it too quickly.
But you have to watch because there's a plot twist with the dragon.
So this is all backstory still?
This is technically the prologue still. This is us escaping our home, and then the game will start properly once we're in the new city.
What's their twist with that dragon? You're so excited. Okay. Oh, sorry.
There goes the dragon. Rock the dragon.
What's the twist with the dragon?
It's a person.
It's a woman.
Cool.
Yes.
Someone who's also from the previous game.
Yes.
Sorry, I heard you.
That's like, that's really hot in this one.
Oh, absolutely. Because the other one, she looked like a
She looked a raggedy old woman.
raggedy old woman. Now she's got old woman with cool armor. Yeah.
You know? I mean, I don't swing that way, but hey, women looking good.
The horns are neat.
I do like. Oh, I thought that was.
Oh no, it's hair. It just looks like horns.
I thought it was like a husband.
But now it seems they arrive in hordes.
It was a pretty nice trick. I'll give you that.
Nice trick.
Impressive. Where'd you learn how to turn into a dragon?
Perhaps I am a dragon. If so, count yourself lucky. The smell of burning dark.
Yes, my love.
That's what she sounds like.
Just to give you some context, she is
Be
a
the
witch.
dark spawn.
Yes.
So what's the difference between a witch and a mage?
Nothing.
Oh.
She's just they give her the nickname a witch because she's a mage that's out in the wild.
They're known as apostates.
And why not?
Illegal mages.
Yes.
But aren't all mages illegal?
I spotted
I mean, not if we have them under lock and key. Then they're following the law.
Or if they're a Grey Warden.
Yeah, or if they're part of the special warriors that in the first game.
fated, and you are safe for the moment. Is that not enough?
I
I
want
want
to be a dragon.
You could show me that trick of yours. That looks useful.
You made her laugh. I think it's good.
Yes.
Such a clever tongue for a mage.
So if you're not a mage, she goes, you can't be a dragon. You can never be a dragon.
How do you intend to outrun the blight?
We're going to Kirkwall, in the Free Marches.
Kirkwall? My, but that is quite the voyage you plan. So far, simply to flee the Darkspawn.
How far
What
do
do
you
you
recommend?
recommend?
Got any suggestions? I hear the deep roads are vacant now.
The deep roads are where the dark spawn
Come from, and when there's a blight, when they're attacking the surface, it's empty down there because they're not there anymore.
And the world will shake before you.
I gotta fix those eyebrows, girl. They're too light. Barely see them.
I can never decide. It appears fortune smiles on us both today. I may be able to help you yet.
Just like that.
Just like that.
There must be a cat.
When I move, you move.
There's always a catch. Life is a catch. I suggest you catch it while you can.
Should we even trust her? We don't even know what she is.
I know what she is. The Witch of the Wilds.
Some call me that. Also Flemeth.
So you meet her in the first game, and she saves your life as the character you are in the first game, and her daughter goes with you to save the world.
I offer you
Slash could
this.
be a potential of it.
I will
Yes.
get
What happened to them?
past the
With
hook
the daughter?
in exchange.
So in the first game, if you romance the daughter, obviously you get together. At the end of the game, if you find out the reason she hung out with you was because the big monster demon that's in charge of all the Darkspawn, every time it comes up, has an old soul in it that she wants to basically ask you, hey, so if I get pregnant right now, I will do a spell that will capture the soul and free it from the darkness, essentially, so that it can be born into a new life free of being a monster.
But what happens?
It'll just grow up a normal kid with extra magic, basically.
And at the same time, it prevents any of your people from dying.
Yes, because
in the
if she didn't do that, whoever kills the monster has to die, because the souls have to clash and break it, basically.
Because in the first game, only someone who's a Grey Warden who's taken in the blood of a Darkspawn can kill the demon. But it kills them in the process until this person comes along.
Until her daughter tells us basically what's up. and then says, so hey, listen, so the real reason I came along is because this was my goal. I wanted to be able to save the soul from being eradicated.
But if we get freaky, I can save your life.
And if you're a girl, you have to ask one of your guy friends who's a Grey Warden to be like, so we have to talk because she talked to me and I don't want you to die, but I understand this is a lot to ask.
So can you get freaky with her to save my life?
Or save our lives?
Yeah. It's always funny when it's like, for example, like I think Alistair does it.
Yes, he doesn't like Morgan at all. He doesn't like her daughter, and he's just like,
he cannot stand her, but it's like, I have to do this.
I don't like her. And it's just like, we're gonna die. I understand you don't want to, but like, it's either this or we die.
It makes me feel weird.
It's kind of weird, to be honest.
Kind of like.
It's also supposed to be kind of dark magic, but there's nothing ever bad that happens as a result of it.
Yeah, no. If you see the
weird sacrifice, nothing like that.
He just becomes he's just a normal kid.
Yeah. Oh, and if you get Logain to do it, the guy.
I was gonna ask if Logan could do it.
He can do it too, but he says, really. I've met you guys for like the past 5 hours, and this is what we're doing. And he's like, fine, you'll forgive me if I think of my late wife and close my eyes, please.
That's weird.
It's weird.
It makes me uncomfortable.
That is hilarious, honestly, because given how much of an asshole he is, I'm kind of like, well.
Yeah, he'll do it too to save the world.
I mean,
well, to save everyone and then the world.
It's usually the least weird when your character's in love with them, so it's like, alright,
yes.
at least you love
But then
them.
you can ask, is that the only reason we ever hooked up? And she can go, no. As awkward as it is, and as much as she's averse to openly admitting to be vulnerable and in love, she's like, no, that's not the reason. That does complicate things, obviously, but I also do want to save your life.
It's like, I truly care about you, so like, this was my ulterior motive.
Yes.
But now this also is like, I want to save your life.
Yes.
So, that's the least, still weird, but the least weird.
Yes. Yes. Oh, you can also kill her mom as part of the story.
As a woman.
Yeah.
That makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's not uncomfortable. It is still uncomfortable for me to this point because I'm like, that feels like the writer was like inserting some weird thing at the end there because like, why does it have to be like this?
Yeah.
But tell you what though, it does give the daughter an amazing character arc across all 3 games. Oh, 2 games.
And it is also interesting because that gives her the power. Like the woman has the power dynamic here.
Yeah, when you think about it.
Yeah. Because she's the one with the freaky magic that can kill you.
I guess. Oh, I'm sorry.
But yeah, if you see her story arc over the 3 games, it's kind of like crazy where she starts and where she ends up.
Yeah. Opinions. What does everyone else think?
Should we trust her? Wesley is injured.
Oh my god, we were talking forever. Who would have died?
Yeah. Make up your mind.
He's just there dying like, pick something.
Drag you out if I had to.
That would have been funny if they had like a mechanic like that.
Yeah, there are some games that the dialogue choices are timed. You can't spend time talking about it. None of these games though. They know you have to sit here and think it.
Could use more fire.
Could use more fire. I like fire.
More Darkspawn? I'll do anything you want.
That sounds
Sadly,
vicious.
my charity. There is a clan of Danish nobles near the city.
Yes, Emmy?
To their keeper.
It's so funny.
Who was she asked?
So that Dalish clan that she's talking about, the Elven clan that she wants you to meet in the game when you do quest,
is also in the first game.
It's also in the first game. If you choose to do the Dalish elf origin, which is basically the Native American elf style origin, that is your people. That's your family.
Yeah. Like the elves, they're distinguished between being the Dalish, so like I guess indigenous or
elves, yeah, versus elves that like choose to like live as second-class citizens in modern cities. Well, not choose. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, like
they get oppressed.
Yeah. And then like the Dalish look down on them as like their brothers and sisters who like lost their way, that are out of touch with their heritage.
Yeah. It's kind of like the African diaspora, in a sense, except there's a bit more direct link in animosity. Like it's not just that like you share your roots. It's like no, we're the same species.
I knew.
She dropped her little.
You dropped the lion.
And how much time before you?
They're saying that he's been corrupted by the Darkspawn blood, which means he's gonna die.
Yeah.
So is there anything we can do, or is it just like a mercy till then?
Well, so there is something you can do, but only the special warriors in the first game knew how to do it, and that's how you became the special warrior in certain cases. But they're not here right now. So the only thing you can do is
Like I said, mercy?
Make it quick.
Yeah, so
that's the only thing you can do.
That's why she was saying like that they're beyond his reach now. Like what the only
people that could do it,
quote unquote,
are gone. They left already. They did the main story in the first game. They're leaving.
There must be something we can do.
And that's the special warriors.
Become a Grey Warden. There's a special ritual where they take the darkspawn blood,
You might still die, actually.
which could still kill you.
But it's the only chance of making it.
Aveline, listen to me.
You can't ask.
Sadness.
I won't.
Please. The corruption is a slow death. I can't.
You know, actually, according to the lore, there's a chance he might survive, but it won't be pretty. He'll turn into a ghoul, basically, and just be half darkspawn forever. So we can either say Aveline can be the one to decide, because that's her husband.
Or she can do the mercy kill.
Or I'll do it. Our character will do it for her. Or, no, you should do it. You're his wife. Just do it. I say leave it up to the wife. That's her husband.
It's up to you.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah.
He's your husband.
I just met you 5 minutes ago.
And, like, I just met your husband. I mean, I know he wanted to kill me and all, but I shouldn't do that.
He's strong.
It's just happy fun time.
Well, hey, let's not let this overshadow the fact that we just lost our sister.
I mean, it's like 2 people are dying on this journey. That's
Chris,
Over here.
you might want to walk away.
With me.
This is a sad
Someone's about to die.
Gabe and I are like, yeah, no, friends like in death.
Death.
I was gonna say, who's looking at the screen? Oh, there he is.
I'll always remember you. What was his name?
Emmy's like, look, I can play too.
It's true, you can. I'll always remember him, Mercy. What was his name?
Something Wesley.
Yeah, you got it,
Yeah.
Sir Wesley.
I saw it on the screen.
What happened?
It gets no easier.
We made it. We all, not all of us, we made it.
Look at Gabe gatekeeping me.
Oh no.
4 out of 6 of us survived that
interest you?
encounter.
You expect me to believe
Yeah, you're fine.
Half.
It's more than half. That's 66%.
save the
That's-
champion?
Oh, come now, Seeker. Do I need to recite the tale of the Warden as well?
No. Perhaps I shouldn't be surprised to hear of her involvement.
Actually, yeah, it's a frame narrative, so the whole story is them talking to each other about what happened.
Who's that?
It's all.
Who? The one sitting down?
The one talking.
That's Cassandra. She's a special member of the church whose job is to discover the truth of certain problematic incidents.
But if you tell me they all flew to...
You want me to come?
Nothing so.
She's like a special Templar. Like
Yes.
she's above them.
I think she wants to play with him.
Got them.
You want to play with something?
They took
Go,
a ship.
play it.
What's over there?
I see you.
Looking at my...
You didn't get your thing on Sonic Speed Simulator?
I did.
What? So why'd you play it?
They spent in that dark hold,
It was a hoverboard.
packed in with the fearful and the desperate. And then they saw it. Kirkwall, the city of chains.
We'll stop in a second.
Long ago,
Yeah.
Imperium, slaves coming from far and wide to work the quarries.
Yeah. Back when the old empire ruled it.
Free city.
And then they make clones.
Use the word loosely.
Clones? Oh, right.
Sail through those
Damn it.
black cliffs.
I don't know how I missed that.
Saw the gallows.
Let's go in the
The first
playground.
two was droids.
Let's go in
Then it
the
was a doctor.
playground.
Where their ship landed, with all the rest.
Good old Star Wars.
This is getting better as we go.
Hi, Emmy.
What the change of
Yes. It's time for you to be changed, child.
That was so dramatic. It's time for you to change.
Time has come. You know what? We probably wouldn't have been even able to cook because your dad's going to cook with me.
But we have a limit?
We wouldn't have enough for
everyone?
Yeah. I'd have
Alright.
to cook and then cook it again.
Well, just keep all the chicken in the fridge.
I will. We made it!
Welcome to Kirkwall.
We did it!
City. What? That can't be. It's true. Look at them all.
Yes, you're reading a book.
Are we really surprised? Everyone's fleeing the Blight. Just as we are.
And they would throw us all back to the wolves. Unbelievable.
It's totally believable.
I'm only surprised they let us dock. We need to find Gamla. Our family has always been highly regarded in Kirkwall. He can do something, I'm sure of it.
Yes.
Let's hope he received your
So
letter.
she left that noble family to marry their father, who was not noble, and in fact a magic user, so could never be noble, and all that stuff. So